Today I'm critiquing one of the best hillside properties I've ever seen, so if you ever decide to design a hillside property like this, you won't make the same mistakes. I'm Arvin, Haddad. I'm the guy who makes sure you have the highest resale value when you buy, remodel, or build your dream home. Let's watch this video together.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode. Imagine a modern home with organic finishes, lush landscaping, and an open floor plan that immerses you to the outdoors. On top of that, it is situated on a very special lot where you can enjoy the city views as well as the breathtaking views of the Pacific Ocean. So, I want to welcome you to La Jolla, California, and I cannot wait to share this incredible home with all of you.
Can you spot the flaw? I always pause the frame and ask my subscribers to spot the flaw, because if you don't get good at practicing at spotting flaws, you will make a mistake when you go buy, design, or build your own property.
All right, everyone, we're gonna start our tour on the exterior. We have the driveway here bringing us to this spacious motor court where we can park 12 to 15 cars. And the property itself is a beautiful two-story modern home built in 2020. We have brick on the first floor. Second floor features this vertical siding detail. And to our right, we have the two-car garage. Entry right in the center, and I'll talk more about this section later. And over on this side, we have another car garage. Now let's talk about this 1956 Ford Thunderbird.
Let's not get distracted by the car. Let's talk about the approach and the frontage. You don't have a private driveway. It's a small driveway coming in, and it's not even horseshoe, so you have to make a three-way turn to get out. That's a negative. And you're not perched up from the street level. You're actually perched down. You always want your property to be perched up a little bit. It's great for drainage if it rains, but also the property looks a little bit more majestic coming into it that way.
I love the color. It's actually 1 of 50 with this color. And look at the interior for a second. This is stunning.
It's really stunning. And what's really cool about this car specifically is Marilyn Monroe really put it on the map when she owned one back in the 70s. And especially with the aspects like the spare tire in the back, it's like you just don't see cars like this anymore.
Absolutely. It's such an iconic car, so Americana, and it fits this house extremely well.
No, it's actually a very classy, classical car right next to a very modern home. It doesn't go at all. I would have suggested a Range Rover Defender for the photo shoot, but that's not the point. Did you spot the flaw? Okay, let me help you out. When you look at this frame, what do you see? Like, where does your eye go to? Your eyes want to go to the center because that's the most beautiful part, and it should, but these two humongous volumes are just staring at you like a front of a car, like a grill of the car. Now that looks really great in cars, but not in, homes at all. You always want the attention on the center. But then what gets it even, worse is the fact that the upper part of these structures is bigger and taller than the lower part. And they've used horizontal bricks on the lower and vertical sliding wood on the top, accentuating this, taking the attention away from the center. If I was consulting on this, I would have suggested to keep the brick, but use white stucco for the top, and then repeat the vertical louvers for the areas of the balcony and the windows on this side, because you got some privacy exposures from the street above you looking into the property on this side. That would have looked way more expensive than this.
You also have this entry section here, which is landscaped with crushed granite, and they also use a lot of desert native plants, so it kind of has a feeling of its own. Beautiful home. I'm really excited for this tour, and we have the pivot door here. Let's go inside. The foyer of this property is so impressive. We have double height ceilings, walls of glass bringing natural light, beautiful furnishings, polished concrete floors, and so many more details to cover. But before we do any of that, let's talk about the specs of this property. So we have 7 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, 7,808 square feet of interior space, built on a 0.49 acre lot, on the market for $39,977,000.
And this property hasn't sold. It's now up for rent for $300,000 a month. Now, let's talk about the foyer. I absolutely love it. First, they've tucked away the stairway. They're not trying to block their view with the stairway, which is absolutely necessary and obvious. But what's more impressive is giving a foyer a utility. You get great views. A lot of times when you're positioning your property, your foyer end up having the prime view of the whole property. And by not utilizing it, not giving it purpose, you never spend time over here. I love the fact that they put a bar on one side. Absolutely genius and a very, very good move.
The entire foyer seating area just opens up to the outdoors, and that's La Jolla, and that's the Pacific Ocean. This is stunning. The smell, the wind, the breeze that you get here, and the frame, it's breathtaking.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but the house is absolutely center to the best queen necklace view of La Jolla. And then you get that indoor-outdoor flow, and the foyer is absolutely functional where you spend a lot of time. It's really, really cool for entertaining. You're going to actually use this place in your house, which 90% of homes would never get a chance to. Now, what they didn't do well is anchor one design. They tried to do too much. I don't know if you saw it. There's elements of industrial design with that, railing for the stairway. But then there's mid-century elements like the concrete floors and white brick. Happens all the time. When you try to do too much, you make it look cheaper than it should be. If you just choose one style and stay committed to that, it just looks more cohesive. It's more easing to the eye. And then when you have a beautiful view like this, you don't need to stick your head out for attention. Let the view do the magic. Let the property sell itself.
This frame is so nice. Looking out over that little cove and the point and seeing the surfers, I love California so much.
It's so dreamy, and I love the fact that you can just walk to the outdoors. The transition is seamless.
What do you mean, walk? That's what doors are supposed to do. You get impressed every time you pass a door, and it's not seamless. It's like decking on one side and concrete on the other side. He does this in every video. As soon as he goes out, he's like, I love how seamless it is. What did you expect? Like hit a wall? Of course it's open.
We got to cover this staircase. So I really like the industrial elements here with this grid railing detail.
Why? You want to grab the attention away from the view when someone walks in? Like, hey, here's a busy pattern. Look at me. This comes from a good place, by the way. A lot of really high-end designers actually make this very rookie mistake is they're trying to do well for their client, right? Or maybe an assistant or someone in the team is like, oh, we can add this over here. We can add that over here. We can bring it in. And it's just too much. Let the room breathe. Let the view sell itself. Let the property have one identity. You don't need to introduce 4 or 5 different elements. An extra cost, too. For one of my inner circle clients, I saved them $750,000. I added a bunch of testimonials to the landing page. If you're thinking about joining my inner circle, here's a QR code. You can take a look and see if it's the right fit for you.
And the staircase itself is actually really nice and open, but the steps are actually sectioned out. And they have the flat section here for planters.
That was enough. You see what I mean? Like after you come in, you enjoy the view, you look for the powder room right next to the staircase, you walk over here, you notice this and you're like, oh, that's cool. Like that was a good choice. You didn't need to, put a railing inspired by your ugly neighbor's fence.
And Cody, can we pan this way? This is the bridge that connects the right wing to the left wing, and you can see these exposed steel beams as well. So there are a lot of warm, modern, industrial elements mixed throughout the property.
This is an element that always comes up when I'm consulting on 2-story homes. If you enter from the center, what are you going to do? Are you going to go for double height ceiling? Or what kind of a connectivity you want upstairs? Do you want to have a landing area for the second floor? How many bedrooms are front facing? How many bedrooms are back facing? How many bedrooms on each side? It all plays together. All these 10 principles that I talk about, it's really important to master each one of them, but how they affect each other is where you want someone with experience, right? If you tweak this, it's going to pop out wrong on the other side. If you go for a too height of a ceiling, you miss your landing area. It's a differential equation to get it right. And they've got it right here.
We're done with the seating area here. Next, we're going to check out the family room where we have the dining area, kitchen, and the seating area. I love the wood pattern that they have on this wall. We have the wine fridge nicely recessed in, commercial fridge on this side, and again, this pattern breaks the flatness of the cabinetry with the kitchen so well.
I absolutely hate it. What a stupid mistake. Do you see what I mean? What the hell are you doing? Is this like a parquet design for your stainless steel appliance? It doesn't even go. And why would you put something like that? It already looks ridiculous and it was done in 2000 when you've had the perfect setup. Do you see what I mean? This area is amazing. You have an open kitchen right next to the dining area with a beautiful TV area all in one. You're going to be hanging out in the prime location of the property all the time with amazing connectivity to the outdoor areas. You did not need to do this wacky design, which does not even go next to stainless steel appliances. It's horrible.
And they went with this minimalist look for the kitchen. You actually don't see many upper cabinets because they wanted this brick to be the focal point or the main backdrop of this kitchen, and it just brings instant character. Now, before we go to that side, I have to talk about this bar stool. Look how nice it is. It's made out of leather, and they laced it so nicely.
It looks like a medieval corset, doesn't it? They're trying to tie in the mid-century elements. I actually don't dislike it. I'm just still pissed off about the wood elements around the, the refrigerator.
We have the dishwasher here. This sink is actually a concrete sink. And instead of flushing it with the countertop, they actually did a lip design where it basically sits on top of the countertop. You have some really nice fixtures. And then on the other side, we have the rest of the cabinetry. Cody, another close-up. Cabinetry here is all vein match. So you see how the vein structure just follows?
What, you want a cookie? Of course it is. What do you mean? It's supposed to be. Come on, man.
And going this way, you have a ton of space, more open shelving here. We have a skylight over there for some natural light. And instead of creating a dedicated chef's kitchen, they basically extended the kitchen on this side, but kind of tucked it to this corner. So you have all of your built-in appliances here. They're all Miele. So they came up with this hybrid chef's kitchen approach, basically.
It's not a chef's kitchen. You need another stove over here to be a chef's kitchen. It's just an extension of your kitchen. It's like the prep area, the cleaning area, so you don't have to have your show kitchen dirty. Brilliant, but it's not a chef's kitchen.
And this is the rest of the cabinetry. We have another sink here, another dishwasher. And Cody, follow me this way. Let's showcase this utility area, which is really important. So we have a small office area there, powder bathroom, for this wing of the house, coat closet, or this section essentially works as your mudroom.
Brilliant. You see, you always should walk a mega mansion 2 times. One, as a guest through the front door. Second time, through the garage where you're going to park and come out. And in both cases, it's absolutely stunning. If you're busy, you got to go upstairs to your primary bedroom. You can go right away from this stairway. You don't have to use the one in the central location. When the kids come home, they can set up their backpack over here, enter the kitchen. They're hungry. They're going to get some food, and you immediately see the view. I absolutely love this.
And Cody, let's go this way. This is the secondary staircase that takes you up to the second floor, has a massive skylight above. And then over here, we have this door opening up to the 1-car garage.
You see those stairs? This is the reason where on the exterior, the lower level looks dwarfed by the upper floor. The ceiling heights on the lower floor is actually the same probably as the upper floor, but there is a little slope that they're trying to compensate with these steps, and you would notice it from the front entrance as well. That's why from the front facade, from the garage level, the bottom part of the house, the first floor, looks completely out of scale with the upper part. And then they accentuated it by going vertical sliding. Rookie mistake.
Now, let me take everybody this way so we can go back to the family room and check out that amazing seating area. The entire corner opens up. All these Fleetwood sliding glass doors are motorized, so push of a button, you just immerse yourself to the exterior and you can literally hear the waves breaking straight from your kitchen. Phenomenal. Cody, go to the other side. Let's show everyone this exciting, awesome seating area. You have your sectional couch, solid wood coffee table, TV, fireplace, same brick wall continues to this side, and you have a nice picture window there with a casement above. I'm out of words. How awesome or how cool would it be to just sit down here, watch TV, and have this as your backdrop?
This is absolutely amazing because they've allocated the best part of the house to the everyday use. And I always say, like, total square footage of a house you're buying, 30,000 square foot. How much of that square footage are you going to use? And over here, you're using the prime location of the property every day with your spouse or your friends, your kids. It's absolutely amazing.
Cody, let's take everybody outside. We're gonna flow straight to this outdoor dining area, which is so stunning and charming. It can accommodate 16 people. And the table itself is actually quartz, so it's nice and durable for outdoor use. And it's just a really nice outdoor space. Now, this is why I want to tell this story of this property. They call this home the experience.
Okay, let's talk about the back facade because I think it's definitely much prettier than the front facade. But what's still missing and not matching this oasis kind of Mediterranean vibe and energy is the fact these wood slidings make it such a modern, typical home in America. And I'm completely against it. I think this property with this view, you could have really got for that Ibiza, Mallorca modern villa. That's why I really think white stucco instead of these wood slidings would have looked so much classier, so much more natural, so much more organic, right? Than this, typical modern look that every developer in every city in America is trying to, emulate and copy.
And continuing this way, we're gonna skip the views and the pool area for a second because we gotta check out this covered patio, which is so nice and so quaint. It opens up the foyer to the outdoors. It's like a transition space because technically you have a waterproof louver roof design above you with space heaters and built-in lights. You have a fire pit right in the center, nice comfortable seating. So it's just a perfect way to flow from the interior to the exterior. But if you don't want to be under sun, it's just a great spot for you. And it is landscaped so beautifully. In fact, Cody, I'm gonna drag us to this side. We have some daisies here. And look at this ceiling mount outdoor seating area. These are all steel beams, so you have a lot of strength here. And they mounted this really cool lounging bed. It's a nice touch.
This is your formal living room. This is your great room. You have an indoor-outdoor great room. What a beautiful use of foyer by giving it functionality and that bar and connect it to the outdoor area. Kill two birds with the same stone, not mess up your layout, have the prime location for your guests right next to your family area as far as connectivity and layout goes to the kitchen. Absolutely genius.
Follow me this way, Cody. We're going back inside so we can show everyone the powder bathroom that we have on this wing, and it starts here. They brought the same polished concrete floors also here, but this vanity, the way it's fabricated, it's simple, but it's beautiful. You have a sloping sink design here, beautiful fixture.
Wait a minute, did you notice that? How are you supposed to wash your hands? First of all, the door is coming right into the sink area, and then the mirror is sideways. Like, you gotta wash your hand. I don't know. There's something fishy about this powder room. I don't know why they decided to go with this, because it seems like you had enough space. Maybe it was a plumbing issue. I don't know. But this arrangement is really odd.
And on the other side, we have the office. It's a really cozy space. I love the herringbone hardwood floors here. Obviously, the entire room opens up to the backyard, to these unbelievable views.
Okay, it's not the best location for the office. You do get the views, which is money, but it's a little bit way too connected with the rest of the house if you want to get some serious work done, and if the kids and the spouse and everyone else is at home. You do get access through the side yard to the front entrance if you have people visiting you. You get the view, but you don't get the privacy.
Let's come back to the hallway. To my right, we have the access to the 2-car garage, and going straight in, we have the guest bedroom on this level. This is the only bedroom we have on this level besides the staff quarters, and it's nice and cozy. A lot of pillows.
A lot of pillows.
A lot of pillows, but hey, a lot of character as well. And it opens up to the outdoors. We'll see that in a second, but for now, Cody, I need you to follow me so we can check out this chic bathroom. You have a gorgeous vanity that is also vein match. Stone countertop as well as the backsplash. Beautiful fixtures. And on the other side, we have this glass door opening up to the water closet. And wait till you see the walk-in shower on this side. In fact, Cody, can we get a close-up? This bathroom and the shade of pink that they used here is so timeless. The way they installed the tiles, how we have this gray tone on the floor.
The palette is there, but the shape is wrong. Let me explain. You see, these vertical pink tiles are very beautiful. But then why would you introduce a hexagon shape on the bottom? And this is a prime example when I tell you your designers are trying to do too much. These little things, it doesn't let your eye rest on what it's supposed to rest on. No one's going to look at the hexagon shaped tiles and be like, wow, I love gray hexagon shape, right?
Now, let's go back to the bedroom so we can open up the corner section here and flow straight to the backyard. To our right, we have a retaining wall that is also a rock climbing wall. And I have to say, we don't really see this detail that often in a residential home, but it's so cool.
Dude, your kid's got to be Spider-Man to climb those ones up. Do you see the separation between them? Look, I love the thought, right? that angle when your head turns and you see that concrete wall with the colorful element. I love that. Really cool. Okay. Just not even being practical, to me, it looks really cool. It's just dangerous, right? Like kids could fall on the wood table and break their head. Like you need to do it in the proper area. But I love the thought that went behind, let's make this corner opening of this bedroom. It doesn't get views, right? Let's make it special. They've done that. But then again, they're trying to do a lot. Like they're trying to do, again, it's like a really athletic person trying to fight, but instead of learning one skill, is just trying to do a little jiu-jitsu here, a little taekwondo, a little boxing here, a little wrestling. Just pick one. And just execute, okay? Maybe 2. You don't need 5 elements at the same time. Okay, this video is getting really long. I'll do the backyards, the Arvin score for this house in the part 2. But for now, I'll give you guys a valuation. I really think this property perhaps could have sold pretty close to asking if they had executed a lot of these design elements in a more cohesive, anchored design. But I think that whole Mediterranean Spanish villa or mid-century would have delivered that exit that you were looking for. As of right now, with this design, I would value it around 23 million, but I think it's highly emotional and it's going to get a really, really good layout score and, you know, view score. It's just a very, very good hillside property. The way they actually encompass the whole slope of the lot to the property is absolutely brilliant, and I can't wait to share that with you in part 2. Thanks for watching. Here's the link to the inner circle. I've added a lot of testimonials from current clients so you can see what they say about working with me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the comments. Take care.